What's up, y'all? I'm back again with another video. This time we're going to be talking about credit. So, me personally, I have 9 credit cards and I am only 24 years old. So, you might be wondering, how did I do it so quick? So, boom. When I was 18, as soon as I turned 18, I opened my very first credit card account, and that was with Bank of America. Usually, when you open your first credit card account, they don't really, at least when I was 18, so this is advice if you're 18 years old, open up a credit card as soon as you can. Or even if you're older, I think it works the same, but if you don't have any credit, opening up your first credit card is not a problem. So boom, you open up your first credit card, now what do? Okay, so you make small purchases, like you need to get gas, put it on your credit card, pay it off immediately after. Do not wait until your statement comes. I'm telling you right now from experience, that don't make nothing better. I was about to cuss, but I promise you that doesn't make anything better. Just pay it off as soon as you spend $20 for gas. All right, you on your phone in the car while it's filling up or whatever, or after it posts, whatever. Send $20 to your credit card, because as soon as the payment go through, it's gonna be around the same time as the pending charge verifies. So boom, first thing, make all your payments on time and early. So side note, this is for people who are responsible. I just want to share all important information. So say you don't pay it off, right? You get your first statement balance, or your first statement, your first this is what you have to pay. All right, boom. So you pay off your statement balance in full. If you let that carry over, it's going to negatively impact your credit. So all right, so 18, open up your first credit card. I did Bank of America, so that's what I would recommend. All right, let me move this. I would recommend Bank of America. Just open up your first credit card account. I don't know the name of the specific one I opened, but if you have that question, comment. I don't know how many people's gonna view this, so I'm not gonna spend time to look for that. Anyways, boom. My next credit card I recommend is a Discover student credit card, or Discover credit card if you're not in school. I don't know if they still do the student credit card. I opened this up. I'm 24 now, 6 years ago, so things might change. Shit, I sound old. Anyways, all right, credit. So yeah, second credit card, you're gonna get like $1,000, whatever. Do not spend $1,000. I'm telling you right now, do not spend the available limit. That is just there. That's an imaginary number at this point. Okay, you do not have $1,000. You have a tool to help you buy bigger and better things. That's what it is. All right, so you got to prove that you are reliable. You're gonna pay that money back, because if you ruin it there, how you gonna get that car you want, that Charger, whatever, Scat Pack? I got a Mustang, whatever you want. How are you gonna get it yourself if you got bad credit? They're not gonna trust you. So you might not be ready to buy a card, but opening up a credit card is completely free. So yeah, basically I recommend doing that little process of spending a little bit of money, here and there. I say don't go over 100, or like if you're gonna pay that back, or if you're able to pay it back, then pay it back. Like I forgot what I said, but if you're able to pay $100 off, if you're able to pay it off, don't. Basically, what I'm trying to say is don't spend over what you are able to afford. This is, again, 18-year-old advice, 20-year-old, 19, whatever. If you're able to open up a credit card, this is for you. I can do separate, more advanced, I don't know, a part 2 with other tips and tricks. But this is just to help, people get started. All right, boom. Open up your credit card. After a year, do not miss a payment at all. So I've been in the game, the credit game, since I was, 18. I've never missed a payment, and my credit is great. So yeah, that's why I recommend never spend what you cannot pay back right now. And of course, life does happen, but again, do not use what you're unable to spend. If you have other priorities you need to work out with, whatever. But this is about credit and building it up. All right, so next thing I recommend, you got your second credit card after a year. making payments on time, your credit is going to be great. 700, maybe even, I don't even know if it'll be 800, maybe 800. I don't know, but definitely above a 600, 750 you can build there, 800 you can definitely build there. Open up your second credit card, do the same exact thing. It's the same boring process over and over again. Yeah, so the more credit cards you have, the better, because it shows, especially if they're, opened up over years or whatever, span, then you can go into, credit cards you can use, your points for, and if you are able to pay for a credit card. And the good thing about it is you don't pay out of pocket right away. It is added to your statement balance the same exact month from the year, whatever, the next year, same month from when you open your account. So it's consistent, and it never changes. The one I have is a Chase Sapphire Preferred card. It is $95 a year, and it is automatically updated on my statement. I don't even see it personally, but so boom. And the good thing about it is you get benefits, and these benefits are worth way more than that $95. For example, I went to Cancun for my birthday, my 24th birthday last month. Happy belated to me. Thank you. But anyways, our flight ended up getting canceled while we were at the airport, and Frontier wasn't going to supply us with, room, transportation, all that. So I had to, come out of pocket with that. And the good thing about it is I called Chase. No, I remembered that my card has benefits. The good thing about it is when you purchase a plane ticket on a Chase Sapphire Preferred card, you are able to get a reimbursement of your hotel lodging if your flight is canceled. So boom, that's a free night. What I did, I got a nice hotel and enjoyed my last night in Cancun. Of course that's a reimbursement. So what I do, I use my credit card to pay for the hotel, and then I filled out the claim right then and there. Upload everything necessary. But so that's what I recommend. I built my way up to 9 credit cards. Sometimes I had to take it out because I had a purchase I want to make. I want to purchase, appliances. So I opened up a Lowe's store credit card that had 0% interest for a year. So that means I don't have to pay any interest for a whole entire year. Versus if you carry over a balance on a regular card, you would have to pay interest month after month. So yeah. I actually think it was 15 months, so it's even over a year. But yeah, if you pay your balance over time, sometimes these companies, especially Bank of America, will offer you, perks like that. Hey, here's an offer. You have $10,000. You don't have to pay it back for a year. That's basically free money for a year. You want to invest that in a business that will return, your investment. You can use that for that. But again, this is when you're more disciplined and it's more advanced kind of techniques. But yeah, just starting, just open up a credit card as soon as you turn 18. I also give advice on investing. I do a lot financially. I work close to finance. Some would say in finance. I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, those are my recommendations. I also, I was 22. I bought a car. Great interest rate because I built up my credit history, credit background, so banks would trust me more, so they wouldn't give me a crazy amount on a crazy monthly payment on a card. That's another thing where you can save money on, and why credit is so important. Because when you pay for a car, say you want to pay get a regular Honda, it's $20,000. Okay, someone who built up their credit over time would probably only have to pay like $300 a month, versus somebody who has bad credit would probably have to pay $450 or $500 a month on the same exact card. And this is just from doing the right thing when you know the right information. So that's my little intro video on credit. If you have any questions, let me know, and I hope this video does good, and thanks for tuning in. I'll be back.